Okay, we're in the session. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is our special meeting on Thursday, April 30th, 2026. It is 12 o'clock at the end of Shockley Administration Building. Mr. Cole.
Thanks, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Paez,
Present.
Mrs. Crumley,
Present.
Mr. Crowe, present.
Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the flag of the state of Mexico, with the symbol of friendship among united cultures.
Are there any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda, Madam President.
Have a motion to approve the agenda? I make that motion.
I'll second that.
Mr. Cole?
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson?
Yes.
Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mrs. Crumley?
Yes.
Mr. Crowe, yes.
Anyone signed up for public comment? On to action items.
Madam President, members of the board, I want to thank you for calling this special meeting today. We really wanted to have some bids and RFPs that we did have out that we wanted to make sure we reviewed and put for possible approval today. Many of these we did let folks that bid wanted to let them know by the end of April so we can make sure we secure their services. Really felt if we waited too far and maybe we may lose an opportunity. So I just wanted to give context for why we were doing this special meeting. In addition, we're going to be considering the operational budget for Deming Southwest Charter High School. We also wanted to do that on this special meeting as well because our May 21st meeting will be having a discussion about our budget. So I want to make sure we had that separated as well with this opportunity. So item number one, Madam President.
Consideration to award bid number 25-01, food-related non-food items, classroom concession stands, fundraising and other. Mr.
Madam President, members of the superintendent. So what we do with this one is we have things for like our classrooms that we call food. We have concession stands. We have different fundraisers throughout the district that require that we use food for. This is so that we don't end up having to quotes if we need to go and buy some small things at the end of the is what this is for. We did have several people that responded to us asking to award to those, which is going to be Pepper Supermarket, Coca-Cola, Cisco, and Labatt.
Question or discussion with the board? A motion regarding this item.
Make a motion that we award the bid.
I'll second that. Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson?
Yes.
Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mrs. Crumley?
Yes.
Mr. Crowe, yes.
On to B, consideration to award bid number 25-03, student nutrition non-food items.
And Madam President, just want to note here, we have our correct bid number here, 2503. It just, we forget, it's student nutrition, food, and food. Okay, so we did the right bid out, right numbers here. This will include food and non-products. So Adcock and Mrs. King Ellis.
Madam President, Superintendent. So this is a bid that we go out for every 4 years. The term of it's renewable to a term of 4 years. Cisco was our previous bid, and we're suggesting we get over to the next one as well. Without a sense of more questions.
The second year of the 4 years, or we're starting another?
So this is another 4 years. This current year that we're in is the 4th year of the last bid. This is starting July 1st for the next up to 4 years.
That mean that the prices are locked in for the next 4 years, or prices change?
Prices can still change part of that, but they do. There is certain requirements that they have if they're going to change the prices on it. And they can't just up the prices if there's not some sort of market reason or condition for that. We did have an increase in prices, what was that, a couple of years ago? Kind of across the board for all of their stuff, but when we were talking about, freight increases and fuel and all of those things that were happening, it was, easily justifiable. They really had to increase their prices.
Any other questions by the board? A motion regarding B.
Motion to award bid 25 of student nutrition, food and non-food processing.
I'll second it.
Mr. Cole?
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson?
Yeah.
Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mrs. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Colvis?
And very briefly, Madam President, before we move on, I think I was remiss in our last couple of board meetings. I never formally introduced Janie Quinones, our student nutrition director, that took over upon the departure of Ms. Jones. There she is.
That's exactly what I was just saying. I was gonna have her up at the board meeter and see if we can introduce, we can see what she does and see if the meals are still as good as they are or as terrible.
So,
Keep the rest of them.
Ms. Janie's working on that, so my apologies for not introducing her appropriately. Madam President.
Thank you. On to C, consideration to award RFP 25-04, occupational therapy, Mr. Adcock and or Ms. Brand.
So Madam President, Board Superintendent. So again, this is another one of our ancillary that we honored. We try and do these on a rotating basis so we don't have everybody RFP for all their services at the same time. Occupational therapy did come up this year. The vendor that was providing us those services was unable to continue to provide those services. I believe it's for staffing reasons. So we're requesting that Emergis, this RFP.
Mr. Adcock, any questions with Mr. Adcock?
I do have a question. In the future, can we have the tabulation form to where it doesn't say cost and the dollar at the bottom? Because when you look at that form, it looks like we are always picking the most expensive option when it's actually a tabulation of different. Like they get for the cost, for the personnel and stuff like that. But at the very bottom where it adds it all up, it says cost on the left and it has dollar signs right. So when someone got awarded 98 points, it says $98.
Okay.
It's confusing when you first look at it.
I'll take a look at that.
For the public to see it, it looks like a ton of illegal, the most expensive person.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. I appreciate it. I think I know what you're talking about. We'll give that a look.
Any other questions or discussion? Motion regarding this RFP.
I make the motion to award RFP number 25-04 occupational therapy.
I second it.
Thank you. Mr. Crowe?
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson?
Yes.
Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mrs. Crumley?
Yes.
Mr. Colvis?
On to D, consideration to award RFP 25-05 psychological services.
Madam President, members of the Superintendent. So, again, this is another one of those that we do a 4-year cycle, basically, as long as those we're happy with the services and also able to provide those services. We are awarding these to multiple vendors. They are the vendors that we currently have providing those services for us.
Questions by the board? Motion.
Question if we award RFP number 2505 psychological service.
I'll second that.
Mr. Crowe?
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson?
Yes.
Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mrs. Crumley?
Yes.
Mr. Colvis?
On to E, consideration to approve the operational budget for Deming Cesar Chavez High School, school year 26-27. Mr. Masters and or Ms. Woodruff.
President, members of the Superintendent, thank you for having us today. And as Superintendent Nick said, we don't want to take up time in your main meeting because there's going to have some really firm shortly. So thank you for this opportunity. Having the packets, I believe, operational budget, and we just want to go over some of the highlights at the bottom. It's the last page. We have done the percent mandatory increase for all staff. We have gone to a 3-tiered salary schedule this year. And that's something with the TCI, how they rate the levels and the experience of teachers. The rest of 2% for the just years 50,000. We're going to keep our same operational FTEs. We'll have that we'll be able to do through our operating system grant and through interventionists, language arts and mathematics. The priority for funding, of course, is an interventionist. We will be allocating a little bit more to special education this year because our numbers this year got really high. And then, as always, facility improvements. Central special situation.
I'm gonna scroll up there, Mr. Turner, a little bit. So I just want the board to know, you see this pie chart that Mr. Masters has put together. That is, if you go up to the top where all the different items are listed here. So these are the kind of your different functions. So that second number there, right? All these 1000s you see, those are all your the blue part of the pie chart on the bottom. That's the instruction. Okay. And if you go to the next, and stop me if I get this wrong, Mr. Masters. The second part of this budget with 2100, this is the student instructional support. For the kids on campus. The next one, 22, is other. 23 is central.
So yeah,
Superintendent. So
superintendent, yes,
stuff. And that department. And then I think 26 or 24 is campus administration. That's going to be like the assistant, the assistant principal, assistant charge director, and those related items. And then I'm going to get lost here. Oh, that 25 looks like this is the finance and other central office support item. And then 20, there's a 26 here. That is typically your school facilities and maintenance. Is that correct, Chris?
I am impressed with you. I am very impressed.
Considering how that pie chart on the bottom, you like the pie chart on the bottom, how that pie chart aligned to the numbers on top. That's kind of the alignment there, right? Most of the blue part, that's going to be your instruction and student support. And of course, you got to have school admin at a charter. And of course, you got to have the executive, which is, again, like principal. So when we're looking at this pie chart, very large amount of it is going to obviously direct instruction and operation of the school. Just had one question, Mr. Masters, myself. I don't know if the board has additional questions. But can you tell us a little bit about how you might went about collecting community input, community feedback in the budget development? Because I know that and I'm interested in that as superintendent. I know obviously you all serve a very unique and important part of our community, and just curious on how I know to do that.
Sure. So first we always have a board meeting in March, but as y'all probably know, there's not a lot of attendance from community time on budget. So in our February parent teacher conference, we have a English and Spanish session that we give to all of the parents that come to the teacher parent conference. Sorry. They filled that out to us, having its results through shared in the finance about how the government work. And we talked about it and find the best way we can address those needs. But there's also places for descriptive. So all of those, and I think we had 38 responses this year, which is pretty aggressive.
sense. And then I know and I believe my understanding is, Mr. Masters, that the Demi Cesar Chavez Governing Council did approve this operational budget in their prior.
In our April meeting. And then because our budget was actually due on the 22nd, it was the short of the sixth this year. But we do have till, I believe it's June 9th for the signature page.
Those were the questions that I had, Mr. Masters, only because, I was most interested in the community input. And it sounds like that you guys have a longstanding good process for this. So I want to provide that clarification to the board relative to what was being seen here. In addition to, that was just my question. Madam President.
I had one. Your column is the left one, like this year's budget, and then actual, and then next year's budget.
So
Original, estimated, and then projected.
So this is our original budget here. There's some italics. That is some called estimated. So on June 30th, this is what we are estimating that we will be spending for this fiscal year. And then the third one is the projection for next year's budget. And I apologize for that. It's kind of yucky, but that's how they set it up in the state system. And so I just kind of always go for that. But it can be confusing.
It's like current, and what will actually spend this year, and then projected in next 4 years. Okay.
Yes.
Motion on the side.
Motion that we approve the operational budget for the traffic cycle. For year 2025.
I'll second that.
Mr. Crowe. Plus.
Mrs. Johnson?
Yeah.
Mrs. Crumley?
Yes.
Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mr. Crowe, yes.
Thank you very much.
On to board announcements and requests for items. Do I have any board member requests for items or information for the next meeting? The board will be having the next regular meeting at the Shockley Administration Building on May 21st, 2026. The meeting will begin at 5:30 p.m. Motion to adjourn. I make that motion.
I'll second that.
Mr. Carlton.
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Johnson? Mrs. Paez?
Yes.
Mrs. Crumley?
Yes.
Mr. Crowe, yes.
Adjourn.